And welcome everybody to another edition of Historical Geocaching on the Road with geocacher TM Photobook from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Currently travel caching in Sacramento, California. Guess where I find myself today? The California state capital. I'm just really excited to go explore this really awesome historical place. Come along with me. Check this out, folks. Awesomeness! Check this out, folks. The California capital itself. Awesomeness. And it's hard for me to see if you're seeing this or not on the sun glare, but I believe this is the Great Seal of California. Really neat artwork in here. Okay folks, here we are in the California State Capitol. Beautiful entry here. Look at this rotunda here. Big statue of King and Queen Isabella, I believe. You can see here. Check this out. How far up this goes. Awesomeness. Here's the State Treasurer's office. Come back in 1906. Cool stuff there. Here we are at the 1933 State Treasurer's office. Hey folks, we're still here in the California State Capitol. Just found there's a very nice museum section. There's an exhibit on California and the Dust Bowl. You know, it was really neat because there's recently, just last year, a really nice movie by Ken Burns called The Dust Bowl. It came out. Watched part of it. Very well done. You know, I was thinking Dust Bowl, that's the Great Plains. That's the Midwest. That's not California. But there's actually quite a bit of connection with the Dust Bowl to California because a lot of the people who lived in the Midwest fled from the Dust Bowl storms and came west to California. So just really neat connection I hadn't known about. Some really cool history. And here, folks, is a really neat hallway with some displays talking about some of the different, showcasing the different counties of California, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, folks, down there's the rotunda which we viewed at the start. If you can zoom out, we're here in the front of the governor's office. Cool California state flag, and I love this California state bear here. It's pretty awesome. As you may realize, we're just kind of going around in circles and around the rotunda. And in here is one of the former governor's offices. Very cool and magnificent in here. And hey everyone, we are now outside of the California State Capitol, exploring the Capitol Plaza. Outside grounds here, really pretty. Just wanted to say a couple things. I will be able to pick up quite a few waymarks here. The California State Capitol is very understandably on the National Register of Historic Places. Plus there's just tons and tons and tons of waymarks of different categories for the California State Capitol. So I'll be able to get quite a lot for just one location, which I think is pretty cool. And here we are just outside the Capitol. You see there's this huge coastal redwood tree, very beautiful. One really cool thing about this tree is that this tree has indeed been to the moon. In 1971, in February, Apollo 14 flew a space mission, and the command module pilot Stuart Roosa took a bunch of tree seeds to him with the moon on the orbiting command module. And he brought those back, and one of those tree seeds got planted here at the California State Capitol. I just think it's really cool to visit one of these moon trees. Neat idea, neat concept, neat thing to see. And here we are, folks, in part of the Capitol Mall, here in a little Civil War memorial grove. You wouldn't expect Civil War here in California, Civil War monuments, but here we are. Here's a statue of Thomas Starr King. Let's check out what the marker here says. It says Thomas Starr King, 1824 to 1864. Courageous and inspirational San Francisco minister, stalwart defender of the Union during the Civil War, advocate of racial justice, admired educator, and pioneering nature writer. Starr King was a Unitarian preacher credited with keeping California from seceding from the Union at the dawn of the Civil War. His ceaseless advocacy for the Union cause would earn him the title Apostle of Liberty. This prominent location welcomes visitors to the Civil War Grove, the first monument in Capitol Park. The grove was dedicated on May 1, 1897, and honors all those who fought in the war. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, folks, we're still here at the Capitol Plaza, the California State Capitol, and we have found a stump. Now you may be thinking, what's so exciting about finding a stump? A stump is a stump, it is a stump. Well, this is a stump. Okay, folks, let me tell you the story here. I was doing some research on the cool stuff here at the state capitol, and I found that there's this stump from the Civil War. Well, let me just read the marker. It says, Civil War symbol yields to time. A stump is all that remains of a silver maple transplanted from the Battle of Chattanooga. In 1897, a sapling was planted here as part of a memorial grove dedicated to Union soldiers who fought in the Civil War, and tells some more things about this tree, and then it says, having survived beyond its years, the noble tree finally succumbed to rot and weakened branches. After serving for 101 years of a living reminder of the debt we owe to the brave veterans of that terrible and costly war, the silver maple was removed. It says some other nice things on the marker. This lump of ferns or ivy, I guess, is covering the stump right here. But what's really special for me is that, I don't know if you caught in the marker, but this tree, this stump, was taken from the battlefields of Chattanooga. Now, what's the likelihood, folks, that a California-born person like me comes to who also lives in Chattanooga, Tennessee, comes to the California State Capitol, and what does he find? Something from Chattanooga. And I just think that's really, really neat. Okay, folks, well, this about sums up my California State Capitol video. Well, I am just so excited that I was able to come here. It was awesome. Also, not only being able to go inside and see the marvelous architecture and history in there, but also the Capitol Plaza out here. And I could just make a whole nother video if I had a couple hours out here in the Capitol Plaza. But I'm really happy to be able to, I was able to see both the moon tree and the Civil War stump from Chattanooga here in California. That was really neat. Hope you really enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to check out more of my historical geocaching videos at www.youtube.com/tnphotobug. And until next time, this is geocacher TN Photobug signing out. I'm having a blast with the past.